Okay, after the brush tool and you're laying down your colors, there's several different ways where we can make and mix these colors. I'm going to show you two quickly, or actually we're going to go with the first one. It's going to call the smudge tool. And what happens is it's two-thirds of the way down and it's that fingertip. It looks like there's that finger that's like pushing something or smudging it. It's right here. So I'm going to click onto it and we're going to look mostly up top up here, okay? So let me go here, get rid of these settings. We're in the smudge tool, and you're going to see there's not a lot going on. We have all these settings where it's darker to lighter, hue and saturation. I will let you go through those. Some people like to do it, but we're going to go with the basics, what we have right here. And the first one is our strength. The strength is the most important. How much are we going to smudge? So let's start with 100. And what's going to happen is I'm going to pick up wherever I click and I just draw down, it's going to pick up from that area and it's going to literally push the colors. So I start up in the white. Notice I'm going to be pushing white through everything, and that's 100%. So it's kind of like almost erasing it. So I don't really like to use 100 if I don't need to, okay? Now imagine I can come into the blue and push the blue down here and do something like that. So you really want to push and push and push. You're fine, and push it up. We're good. But notice there's a massive coverage and there's really nothing else you can do. It's just that circle and that's how it works. So let's go Control Z, bring those some back. And we're going to mess with the strength. Let's show you different things. So the first one is our 100%. We're going to go, and I know the blue goes all the way through. If I go this to 75, I'm going to make this really simple. Go 76. Notice there's a difference now. And notice it picks up the green, and I'm going from the blue into the green. Now 50%. And every time I'm doing less and less, you're going to see less and less of that color moving. Notice it's not as much, and notice how that works. And then again, we're going to come down here to 25 or 26, and look at how little that is. And then of course, if we go down to like, let's say 10, the minimum it is, and that's how it is. It's that simple. And I can keep smudging more over and over and keep clicking and moving it. But of course, your strength is the most important thing you want to do. I would like to do like a 30 or 40, and notice I'm starting to push those colors. Now I'm only pushing the color the one direction. Yes, I could take the green and push up this way, or the blue back, push it back, and you see how that works. But notice I'm pushing colors back and forth. I'm not mixing, I'm just pushing, and that's a smudge tool. Now also, we're going to look just over here on the edges. The one above it is this big eye drop. It's the blur tool. And what happens is the blur tool pretty much has everything up here too. We have our normal, we can go to a darken and lighten. Again, play with those. But we have our strength. With our strength being at 100, I can just come up here and I'm going to look at this line right here. Let's actually go really big. We're going to see if we can do the whole thing. Make that brush bigger. Go. For some reason, I'm not able to make it bigger, which is kind of stinky. Here we go. We'll just do it up here. And watch when I do this. When I come over here, I have to click and let go, and you're going to start seeing, especially up here at the top, you're going to start seeing that line get really, really blurry. So I'm actually going across it, clicking and letting go, cross it, clicking and letting go, so I can continue doing that. Now it's a slow process. The reason I would use the blur tool, like when we watched Bob Ross, the legendary Bob Ross, if we have something in the foreground, the background, blurring something out, and as you can see, this is getting more blurrier and blurrier. The thing is, that's going to draw it away from you. So, like I say, when you put your hand in front of you and you look at the palm of your hand or their fingers of your hand, notice things behind you are blurry. That's where we use the blur tool. It creates depth. And when things are farther away or peripheral, you don't see them in great detail. You see them blurred. You know the objects, you know what they are, but they're blurred. And that's how I would use this. Okay. And we were showing a picture of a koi fish where the face was really, really nice. It was very great detail. And what will happen is the farther it went back, the tail actually blurred out. It's kind of like using the f-stop on a camera where you're, or on your iPhone where you can do it in portrait mode where you're focusing on the person and everything around it is blurred. That's where I would use this tool. So that's both the smudge and the blur tool. Hope you liked it. We'll get to guys some more.